that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Hi there, YouTube. I'm back again today, even though you have no idea who I am. Good luck with that. I'm Brandon. This is Forrest. This is Bowers Game Corner. We're counting down Forrest's top 100 games, my top 20. We are at the 40s. Is that where we're at?
Yes,
40.
We're starting at number
40 to 31. And I guess Forrest
honorable mention first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's important.
So, first honorable mention is Coup. I actually mentioned it a little bit in the last list. Coup Rebellion just completely killed Coup for me. I'll still play Coup, but I like Coup Rebellion a lot better. So that is why Coup is no longer on my list, even though it definitely used to be in probably my top 20 or 30.
Fantastic social game. I love Coup. We might talk about that later. Spoilers.
All right. Well, moving on to number 40. Probably doesn't need much introduction. Splendor, Space Cowboys. It is stupid simple, no theme whatsoever. It's just get chips, poker chips, to acquire cards, to get more chips, to get more cards, to get nobles, to get 15 points and win.
This is it's a solid game, but I'm not a huge fan. To me, it's I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't quite click for me, and it hasn't worked. But it's incredibly popular. It's made a ton of top 10 lists. It was really huge when it came out, and this is one that's extremely accessible, super easy. You set it up and you play. It's that easy. But there is some depth to it too. So it's like, do I want to buy the bottom row stuff? Do I want to get points? Do I want to get stuff that generates gems, or do I just whatever? There is definitely some stuff to this. There's an iOS app for it that's pretty decent.
Very well done.
Yeah, that's pretty well done. So, I'm glad this made your list. Not my cup of tea, but it's a good game. Solid.
Also, it's a great family game, too. Non-gamers can pick it up, no problem.
Absolutely. That's a gateway. That's a new gateway one.
My number 40, Splendor. Moving on to my number 39, we have Star Realms.
So I had a card on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there you go.
So, which comes in a small tuck box. I've since got a bunch of expansions and promos and stuff since then, so now I just use this box. But Star Realms is one of my new favorite deck builders, and I love the deck building genre. And it's Ascension-esque, where you're just going to have this purchase buy row out there, and there's 4 different kinds of cards. There's red cards, green cards, yellow cards, blue cards. Mm-hmm. They each have their own unique special effect, but I really like the fact that the game is simple, it's cheap, easy to learn, easy to teach. There's different strategies, like different paths to victory, different cards. Do you want a lot of cheap cards? Do you want a lot of expensive cards? How much do you diversify your portfolio? Yes, you might want to do a lot of damage with green cards. At the same time, you might want to do the blue cards because they help you, but then you definitely need some red cards because then you're going to be trashing. Yep. And then it's not always the easiest to decide what you should and should not purchase. I've never really had a game fall flat of it.
It's a great pick. I've only ever played it 2 players. Have you played it?
Yes.
More than 2? Okay. Does it work with more than 2?
It does. I like it best at 2 players because
it really does work best at 2. But it's fantastic. It's so much fun. It's really entertaining. There's a lot of thinking. Well, not a lot of thinking. I shouldn't say that. There is. If you thought about like strategy, you would be awesome at it. And it's fantastic. It's a wonderful game. I will bash them a little bit because they did Hero Realms as well. Hero Realms is the exact same game. Don't trust anybody who tells you otherwise. It's the exact same game with a different skin on it, and that kind of bothers me. It's like, just stick with Star Realms. It works.
Well, I think they also did that with Cthulhu Realms, too.
Yeah, Cthulhu Realms,
which I don't think
have
that much
a little bit different, but not. You're right. I've got that app, and it's the same game.
I still love it, though.
It's good.
And I will say, if you like solo or cooperative, it does that very well.
We will probably talk about that later.
All right, moving on to number 38. Might be my highest ranking party game. Oh, no, it's not. Telestrations After Dark. And really, you can sub this in for Telestrations. But Telestrations After Dark is telephone, but dirty telephone. But if you want clean telephone, then get Telestrations. But either way, you can't go wrong. Telestrations is hilarious.
It's funny as hell.
It's just the bottom line.
My favorite moment, I don't remember what it was, but somebody had to draw a dragon, and it was just awesome. It was fantastic. It was... this is where you get a word and you have to draw it or something?
Yeah, you get a word, you draw it, and then you hand over your drawing, that person draws a word, that person hands over the word, that person does a drawing.
And then at the end you're trying to figure out what it is or what it's supposed to be.
Well, you can just follow the chain. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's
Score doesn't
something.
count. Most people don't care about the score.
Who
It's
cares?
just a simple, fun party game. Plus, Illustrations After Dark, it glows in the dark.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Super dumb, but yes.
I mean, it's dumb, but it's kind of awesome at the same time.
Oh, I can't believe we didn't find this. My number 37
somewhere.
is Robinson Crusoe, Curse on the Adventure Island. And this is another one from Portal Games, their second appearance on the list. And have you played this?
This is we talked about it a little bit. This is the one where you get cards and you're going on an adventure, or is that different?
No. This is you are stranded on a deserted island, and you have to explore the island, and you have to build materials.
Oh no, I haven't played.
And it has this really cool system where you'll get a card and do something for the card, and then the card will come in the deck. So there is going to be an effect from an action you took early in the game. You just don't know quite what that effect is.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
So maybe you've been taking a lot of firewood from a tree or something, and then the tree falls over in your hut. But you never know when it's going to happen.
Gotcha.
And you can see what's going to happen in the future. It's just all about trying to predict when it's going to happen. It's an outstanding cooperative game. It has, I think, 5 or 10 different scenarios, and which is a lot. Tons of replayability. Love this game. It's a great solo game as well. The rules are not as clear as they should be, but that being said, I know they're doing a second edition with like an app implementation and better rules, so definitely check that one out if you like the theme, because it's dripping.
All right, dripping with theme. Love that.
All right, speaking of dripping with theme, just kidding, not dripping with much theme at all. It's
What are you talking about?
the theme. What's the theme about?
Who's theme?
What is the theme about?
Russian steampunk future stuff.
Yeah, stuff. We're talking about Scythe from Stonemaier Games, which, gosh,
Jamie,
so heavy.
love you.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I love this game. It was one of the big darlings of last year. Blew up on Kickstarter. It fulfilled well. It's got lots of cool stuff going on where you're going to start. Essentially, you're starting as a mech pilgrim guy or pilgrim guy. You're going around on a bear or a tiger or a lion and going on adventures and
We'll show that. Go
fighting other people. It's a point salad kind of game, though.
a little bit.
Where
Yeah.
you're trying to get
Where's the?
different. Oh yeah, you just know.
Oh
it's no
God,
joke.
never mind. All right.
Where you're trying
The
to get different
minis are
stars.
awesome.
It's got a massive board and it's pretty simple to learn
It
too.
is gigantic.
It's not a terribly complex game. It's just got a lot of different things going on, and the artwork's gorgeous. Funny choices to make in the game. One I really like.
We've played this. I was like, you had to bring this over. I've heard so much about it. I gotta play it. It was a little difficult to explain, and I feel like it's one of those games where if you've played it before, you just pick it up and go.
I also was drinking when I explained.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Not a gateway game, definitely not. But it was just really cool with what you get to do and how your abilities change over time, and the story cards are fantastic.
Yeah.
And the minis are awesome. It's just a wonderful, wonderful game. They knocked it out of the park. And you say it's not driven with a theme. I think it is. It's a little disconnected, but Russia, mechs, bears, killing stuff. I mean, what's not to love?
What's the theme of Dead of Winter?
Zombies.
Doing what?
I don't know, eating people.
Yeah, you got your outpost and you're trying to stay safe
God,
from
this
zombies. I mean, I'm just saying I think it's just pretty artwork.
All right,
Slap
it is great artwork, but it's a fun game. This is one where if I came over and you're like, "What do you want to play?" and I would be like, "Oh, let's do Scythe," and you'd be like, "Okay." Board is gigantic. You need a big table,
Yes.
but beyond that, it's awesome.
All right, number 35 from Ryder Nitzia and Cosmos Games. I have Lost Cities, which is currently up at the lake, and it's one of my favorite two-player games of all time. Actually, this is my favorite two-player game in the Cosmos line. I lied earlier. I'm sorry, but Lost Cities is a very simple game. Have you played Lost Cities?
I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be picking cards and you're going to be putting them out there. But the real thing is this game just creates,
It's awesome.
Stresses you out. It's just every time, like this is the only game I can think of in history, and I think I mentioned this in the review, where I did not look forward to my turn.
Like you don't want to go. You're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go.
Yeah, which is
Lost
a crazy
Cities.
feeling. Really fun mathy game. No
What is-
theme whatsoever, but a fantastic numbering game.
May
Lost
or
Cities.
may not be in my top 10.
All right. Number 34, we got another very popular game from a couple years ago. That is from Cool Mini or Not, or Come On, as they're now called.
No, it's Cool Mini or
Come
Not.
on!
Come on!
That is Blood Rage, and much like Cry Havoc last year, it had boatloads of hype, and it lived up to the hype.
Lots of hype. I've heard, this is another one I tried to get in at Origins, and it was sold out instantly. I've heard it's awesome.
It's really simple. It's just this area control, dudes on a map fighting each other, but it has this fantastic drafting mechanism, where at the beginning you're going to be drafting cards that you're going to spend throughout the round. You can get special abilities, you can get things that are going to help you in war, you can get special units that you'll be able to put on the map, and it's just, I love it. And it's one of the games, one of those rare games where there's a 5-player expansion. I think you need to get the 5-player expansion because it plays fantastic at the higher player counts, good at the low player counts, even though it is slightly unforgiving. Love it.
All right.
Blood Rage. Come on.
I totally want to check that out.
Come on.
Come on.
All right. Camel Up from Z-Man Games strikes in at number 33.
Still want to know if it's Camel Up or Camel Cup.
I don't know. I don't care because it's a fantastic bidding game. I love bidding. I love betting. And this is all about that. Essentially, you're not controlling camels. Camels are just racing around this square board and you're just betting on who you think is going to win.
All right, Internet. Look, I don't know if you can see that, but the fact that the camels stack... You can stack the camels on each other.
That's a huge mechanism in the game.
Is it really? That's awesome. That makes my day right there. Is there any dexterity?
No.
No, okay. All right.
Just betting and bidding. Plays fantastic at 8 players. Highly recommended. That is Camel Up from Z-Man Games.
I like the look of that a lot. I like the look of that one. All right. I don't know anything about that, but I like the look of it.
All right. Oh, we missed out on 31. No way.
Did we?
Number 32, we have Hanabi from R&R Games. This won the Spiel des Jahres one year, and it is a cooperative game.
This is the firework one where you're putting cards on your head?
You got Indian poker-style cards on your hand, and you're trying to set up a firework display. Very difficult, very cooperative, very fun.
It's good.
Not for everybody. But it's a very fun game, very easy to learn, easy to teach as well. I like it as a family game. I like it as a game night game.
Gateway. Total gateway game again.
Hanabi, R&R Games, one of my favorite skills out there.
I'm sort of love that we missed 31 because nobody needs to see the box.
All
All
right.
you have to do is say it.
Number 31, Ticket to Ride, Days of Wonder.
You've played it. You've seen it.
I think I played 4 or 5 different versions of Ticket to Ride. I like them all that I've played so far, but I'm just going to put Ticket to Ride Vanilla on here. The ultimate gateway game, in my personal opinion. It has usurped Catan because it's a lot shorter. I played this with my mother-in-law. I played this with my kid with Ticket to Ride Junior, and it's still a fun game.
It's easy. It's fun. I get my butt kicked in it all the time. But if you don't know what it is, if you've lived under a rock and you're watching this video for some reason, you get cards to build a train through the United States. Basically, like, hey, you got to go from San Francisco to Boston, and you put trains on the board based on colors. It's super easy. You're right. It's to me, if you're looking for like base gateway games that everybody talks about and gets into the hobby. It goes Catan, Ticket to Ride, but I think Ticket to Ride is a way better gaming experience than Catan will ever be.
I think Splendor could jump in there too. It never got into Walmart.
Which one? Oh,
Splendor.
Yeah, Splendor could absolutely get in there. Absolutely.
One thing I will say is if you get Ticket to Ride or you're planning on getting Ticket to Ride, get the USA 1910 expansion. It's essential. It makes the cards bigger and it gives you more cards, which just makes the game better. Either way, you can't go wrong. Fantastic game. But that has been numbers 40 through 31. Thanks as always, and stay tuned for more videos.
Thanks for your time, YouTube.